Srimatri Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. As I was talking about this system overload in my previous video, if you did not it was that, please go watch that, because it is going to make a much sense if you watch that video before and then come back to this one. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. And before getting into the video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out this sacred content to you all. As I was talking about, the system overload, why it gets overloaded, because already so much information you're downloading downloading every time your DNA opens up. You are just collecting the information which your soul is giving you, which your DNA is giving you, or which your light codes are giving you. That is a must, that is necessary for your life or for your purpose on earth, and that is a must information, and you have to take that information. And the second slot which I talked about is your subconscious mind recording, whatever your subconscious mind records from your childhood till your present moment, whatever things which are unnecessary, which are still left unhealed, those things will come to you as soon as you awaken. Okay, as soon as you go through your Kundalini awakening, and you have to heal all those things. Okay, and the third slot, which is now very important for some people, this third slot begins after they do the subconscious work of the second slot which I talked about, because the second slot happens as soon as you awaken. Okay, as soon as you awaken, the first thing what happens is, whatever things which are there in your subconscious mind right from your childhood, you will start healing all those things. Okay, the second slot happens as soon as you awaken. Okay, and the first slot which I told that you'll get so many downloads and all these things, it will continuously happen. There is no end to that. As soon as you awaken, it will start happening, and it will continue to happen every day, each day. You will learn something by your own self-realization, from your own DNA, from your own soul, from your own inner universe. It is like a continuous process which will happen as soon as you awaken, and in your awakening journey, and in your future awakening journeys also, this first slot will happen. And the third slot is, as soon as you come into your spiritual journey, what happens is, I also did this mistake. Okay, as soon as you come into spiritual journey, you will contact, or you will subscribe to, or you will connect with the social medias, or everywhere, you just want to contact, connect, subscribe to all the peoples who are spiritual. Okay, so what will happen is, as soon as you enter into a spiritual journey, you will feel that you don't know anything, first of all, and you will feel that they are not spiritual people around you, and you have to connect with these spiritual people, or you have to listen to the spiritual stuff, so you can get the knowledge about the spirituality, or so you can get the knowledge about the ascension journey. Or sometimes what will happen is, you feel that whatever you are going through, whatever experiences you're going through, and you don't know the answer for that. And to find in the search of those answers, you will connect with so much things, so much stuff, so much information. You will come across so much information which is unnecessary for you. It is unnecessary for you. Okay, mind and underline this word. Why I'm saying that? Because in your spiritual journey, it's not important to learn everything, every small concept of spirituality. You don't have to learn everything about spirituality. It's not needed. Okay, that is what is called as system overload. Okay, already you are, as I told in my previous video, you are already gaining so much knowledge from within. You are going through a self knowledge process. Okay, you are going through self realization process, and whatever life you have lived before, some past 19 years and 20 years of life you have already lived before, and you are also understanding those 20 years of life. And again, you are just because now you are a spiritual person, and now you want to understand everything about divine, now you want to understand everything about what happens in this spirituality, or this journey, or that journey, or whatever journey you are in. Okay, what you will do is, what mistake we do is, we just subscribe to 1,000 channels. We just connect with and contact with everybody who is spiritual. We just want to make a new spiritually inclined people, friends with spiritually inclined people, or we just want to manifest as this whole family or something like that. Okay, in that in that process of getting better at the spiritual journey, what mistake we do is we just consume a lot of stuff which is not needed for us actually. Okay, everybody's timing is different and everybody's spiritual journey is different. I have told this line before also, and everybody's journey is very, very unique. Okay, whatever lessons they have, that soul have in their journey, maybe you might not have the same lessons. Okay, some people, they just also tell that you have this lesson to learn, this lesson to learn, this lesson to learn, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, if you come into awakening journey, but it is not true. Okay, every soul's evolution is different, and every soul's timing of their own ascension journey is different. Whatever things they are learning, it's for their own lessons and it's for their own soul evolution. And whatever things you are learning is for your own soul lessons and for your own soul evolution. You just don't have to watch those 1,000 TV serials. You just don't have to watch those 1,000 dramas in the name of figuring out things. No, the most reliable source in your spiritual journey is your own self, is your own soul. Your soul is your own inner guru. If you need answer, even if you're searching that answer in 1,000 places, you will never be satisfied with the outer answer. Only you can get that satisfaction when you get that answer from within. So stop consuming a lot of spiritual information. It's not needed. Maybe some information is not at all necessary for you. It's just unnecessary headache in your journey. Okay, so the best thing to do is take one step at a time. Okay, whatever you're going through now, whatever you're dealing now, just focus on that one thing, because doing 1,000 things in one particular time can create lot of tension, stress, anxiety, headache, and even nervous system breakdown, and also some health problems, because already your nervous system is going through a transformation process. Your nervous system, your DNA is changing, your codes are changing, your every cell in the body is changing. And if something is going through transition, if something is going through a change, if you are from the cocoon to your butterfly, from in the journey of becoming that butterfly, you are not just letting that butterfly to go through a transformation process smoothly. You're just pressurizing it, you're just stressing it with more and more loaded information. You're throwing stones at that butterfly, or you are just putting so many bags to that butterfly to carry. How it will go through the transformation and change? You are becoming your own obstacle in your own journey. So don't do that. Okay, so let your natural evolution happen. Let your natural transformation in becoming that butterfly happen naturally. So maybe some people are going through something, some people came across some information or some movie or something for their own ascension journey, for their own lesson, but it might not be needed for you. Even if it's your soul family, sometimes why some people are called your soul family, because some particular kinds of souls, they deal with the same thing in the same particular period of time. That's why they are called a soul family, and they get the information about the same things. Maybe they are learning the same soul lessons in the same particular period of time. That's why the ideas and the thought process, all those things match, and that's why the timing match, and that's why they help each other in dealing with that same problem, or that same lesson, or that same things which they have to decode. That's why they are called as soul family. But Too much of information from external world is not at all helpful. It just creates a lot of panic. And whenever you are going through some change, when you go through a some kind of a transformation process, you already know that there are so many anti-energies which create some chaos in the external world. And when you are just consuming that thing, also some person is coming and messaging you about what is happening in the world. Here you are just suffering with your own personal life problems and traumas and panic attacks, and some external situation is coming and it's just influencing you, and it's just causing more and more trauma. You, first of all, you did not heal your own personal life, you did not heal your own personal wounds, and how can you take in the bigger things which are happening at a mass level? You cannot take that. Okay, first deal with yourself, then you can deal with whatever you want to deal with. It's your personal choice, it's your personal wish. But just take how much you can consume. Only sometimes you cannot eat, even if the there's you are in a party and you have so much food available, but you can only eat how much ever your stomach how much ever you space is there in your stomach, how much ever you can eat, only that much you can eat. Too much of food is there, but you want to eat everything, you cannot, you will vomit it out. Okay, so don't do that mistake. I'll give you another example. Okay, if you have already your glass is full, already so much information is coming from within you, already you are getting so many downloads, already you are dealing with the past life stuff, parallel life stuff, personal, that incarnation, this incarnation, childhood stories, college stories, all these things. Already you have so much things in the present phase of your life. Your glass is already full, you're dealing with so many things already, and somebody is coming and they are giving you additional stuff, they are pouring some additional water in that full glass of water. Can that water can that glass hold that water? It will just spill it out, right? It will just, the glass will overflow, and it's not needed for you, right? Whatever you can take, only take that much. Okay, sometimes people give big dialogues that pain is must, you have lessons, etc, 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 but I don't agree with that. Okay, whatever you can deal with that stuff first, and all other things you can see later. Okay, because every souls, maybe whatever they are learning, that's not needed for you. Maybe you don't have that soul lesson to learn, you might have some different soul lesson to learn, and you are learning that, so your own soul lesson also, and you are trying to help you. Even some people, what mistake they do, and what mistake I also do sometimes is not all the time. Okay, I have to make a separate video for that. Okay, but I'll give you a small line in the name of a help. Okay, sometimes we just want to help everybody. Okay, you just want to help what others are dealing with, and you just want to help yourself also, you just want to help your past life also, you just want to help your parallel life also, you just want to help your inner child also, you just want to help your soul family also, you just want to help your father also, your mother also, your whatever, whoever around. So you want to help some random person in that social media also. Okay, too much help you are just providing for everybody, and in the end of the day, you just you are all alone crying in the bed that you did not solve your problem, and your life problems are still there, and you are going through a trauma, and there is no one to help you. Okay, you are helping everybody, and you are yourself facing a lot of trauma, and you are taking additional traumas of additional things, and whatever silly things which are happening in the world, which are happening in the news, which are happening in the newspaper, which are happening in the social media, which are happening in some random YouTube channel who are created the YouTube video out of ignorance. You don't need that. Okay, so sort out your life, because 2024 was a year of learning. It was year of 8. Okay, 2024 is 8 number. 8 number means karma. Okay, Saturn energies, what it taught us was to sort your life out, set your priorities, and also it taught us to release the karmas, okay, to release and cleanse and let go of the things which are not needed. And it showed us the truth, okay, it showed us where we are not loving ourselves, where we still have the shadows, where we still taking the unnecessary karmas of others. Okay, this also I'll make a separate video how you will take unnecessary karmas of others, because don't participate in some unnecessary things which are very random for you and which is not vibrating with your soul, which is not a vibrational match with your soul. If something is a vibrational match, if some information is a vibrational match with your soul, okay, you can still deal with it. But if you are constantly exposed with something which is not vibrationally resonating with you, it can be toxic in a long run. You will think that I thought that, okay, I can manage this, I can manage this, I can manage this. Like that, what I did was I'm just consuming the same things which are not resonating with me, which are not in alignment with me, which is not matching my thought process, or not, which was not a vibrational match with me. Okay, I agree that it was some karma, some karmic exchange, or some lessons I need to learn from that information, or from that energy, or that person, or that situation, or that scene. But then in a long run, you have to know where you have to put a full stop. Okay, if you don't know where you have to put a full stop, then in a long run it can be toxic for you, it can be a system overload for you, it can affect your nervous system. Because even if you are a star seed, you're still in a physical body, you still have your physical skin, you still have your blood, you have your bones, you have your nervous system, you have your brain. And sometimes too many things, too much pressure to your brain can stress you, can take you to depression, anxiety, panic attacks. So I had to deal with panic attacks also, because too much things were happening around me, and I was just bearing. Sometimes we are just so tolerant, and we are just so patient with things, or we are just want to give love to everything, even the things or a situation or a people or energies are hurting us constantly or continuously, or just some emotional or mental abuse is continuously going on. But still you are just want to give love, you just want to spread love. You have to stop that. You have to prioritize yourself also. If you are a person who is able to give love to everything or everybody, you should be also that person who can provide love for your own self, who can give your love to your own self, who can prioritize your own time, who can prioritize your own values, who can prioritize yourself. What I learned in 2024 was I was doing everything for everybody, but I was not prioritizing my own mind, my own health, my own mental health, my own physical health, my own time, my own values, my own words. Even my so many times, my words were just taken for granted, like for nothing. But still I kept on being in certain situations. I did not make a choice, I couldn't stand for myself, and that was a biggest lesson for 2024. You have to stand for yourself where it is very much needed. You have to take yourself, important yourself. You have to take, you don't have to let others take you for granted. You have to take time for yourself, you have to value yourself, you have to prioritize yourself. Okay, you have to take care of your health, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your soul health. Because something which is not resonating with your soul, and you're just dumping all the garbage onto your soul, it's not at all a good idea. Your soul will scream and tell that, okay, stop now. Okay, there will come a breaking point where your soul will not take it anymore, and it will be like, stop it. It's like that. Okay, it will scream from inside that enough is enough, like that. And in that breaking point, things can be very disrupting, things can end very disruptingly. So if you don't want that disruptive ends, okay, take stand for yourself before only. If you don't want that harsh endings, if you don't want that sad endings, if you don't want that, that disturbance, that that trauma in your life, where it sadness is still fine, but take action before it becomes a trauma. If you don't take actions, when you are sad, then you have to take actions when it will become that same sadness will become trauma. So take actions towards whatever you're going through. Take actions, and towards whatever you're doing, take actions for your purpose, and you have to stand for yourself. You have to learn to speak for yourself. You just can't tolerate everything. You just cannot take in all the garbage and all the dump which is pouring onto you. Okay, you have to put a full stop. You have to set your healthy boundaries. You have to know where to stop and where to pause. You have to know what to share, what not to share. You have to know whom you can spend time with, and how much time you have to allot for what things. You have to learn all these things, and you have to know what things you can consume, what things you have to leave and let go. Okay, sometimes just for the sake that somebody is your loved one, somebody is your who is there in your life, and they're just talking something which you are not even responsible for, which you don't even resonate with, and which you don't even have any work with. Unnecessary things, okay, which is not even useful for you. Unnecessary things which you are talking hours and hours and hours, and you are investing your time, your own time, your precious time, in all the things, in consuming all those things which are not necessary for you. It will it will not help you in your growth. It will not help you in a long run. Instead, it will become toxic for you. Instead, it will become like, why are you dealing with all these things? Why are you bearing all these things? It will become so much toxic that one day you have to speak for yourself, that you will not have any option. Somebody is forcing you to zabardasti watch some, putting you sit and watch some movie which you are not even interested at, and you're just getting headaches. Why you have to watch that movie? Just one word that you don't like that movie, you don't want to watch, and you just want to sleep, and it's over there and then. So take right action, speak rightly in the right time, in a right manner, is very much essential. If you are just not speaking for yourself, and if you are just suppressing your emotion, and one day that emotions will blast. Okay, don't let that happen. Heal your throat chakra, heal your sacral chakra, heal your emotional body, heal your mental body. Okay, so that whenever you are already going through some process, you can tell others that, okay, this is not a right time. You just need some time, you just need some break, because you're going through your own personal stuff, or you're going through something in your life. Okay, you can tell them that you want to deal with those things later. Okay, if you want to take the conversation forward, or take the connection forward with them. If you don't want to have the connection with them, you just can say tata bye bye in a good way, bless them, and you can say that whatever you are doing, it's not aligning with me. And don't be afraid to let go of people or relationships or energies, or those YouTube channels, which sometimes what happens is we are just so used to those things, since some 1 year or maybe 2 years, since you have come into an ascension journey, and you are just used to watching or listening to a YouTube channel, and now you are addicted to that channel, and without that channel you cannot do. Even if that channel is not serving you anymore, but you still want to go to the channel, and you still want to spoil your mind. Why are you doing that? If something is not resonating with you, and you have grown out of it, you have to let go out of it, because now the universe is telling you that it is not serving you. The kundalini is telling you that it is not serving you. Your DNA is telling you that it is not serving you. Your soul is screaming that it is not serving you. And if you're still not listening, it can be, it can create wounds into you, and it can become toxic to you. So take action before it becomes toxic, and take action before, now I'm just purging out all the things, okay, all the things which are not necessary. If nothing happens without a reason, even those things happen maybe for a reason for you and me. But then you have to learn what was the reason behind. You have to learn what was the lesson behind, and you have to take the lesson forward and leave all the rest things behind. Whatever is not serving you, you have to shed your old skin like a snake. What the snake does, it will be in a certain, it will have its skin, and when the snake goes through a transformation process, it will shed its all old skin and it is ready to embody its new version. Okay, your new version will not be able to accumulate with your old self, and your old behaviors will not serve you whenever you are going through a transformation phase. And if the people are still keeping you, judging you with your old behavior only, and I'm sorry to tell that you have to let go of those people also, because Kundalini journey is not a joke, it's a serious journey. Okay, you, once you are an awakened person, you will be an awakened person. There is no looking back. You have to, even if you're ready or not, it doesn't matter. Kundalini will do its work. You are going through a constant ascension process, whether you like it or not. You will go through your ascension process. Best thing is to flow with Kundalini. Best thing is to Kundalini is blessing word came out of my mouth, so it's a blessing, guys. It's really, really a blessing. So you have to understand what kind of blessings you have, and you have to, be grateful for this journey. You have to be thankful for this journey, and you have to flow with the Divine Mother. And what you all know, that if if the water is flowing in one direction and if you're swimming in some other direction, what will happen? Friction. Okay, you if you are moving against the flow, you cannot survive. Okay, if you are, ebb and the flow, if you should be, in alignment with the flow, then only your journey will be smooth. If you are not in the alignment with that flow, then things will, be very disruptive, can be very traumatic, and can be very tough or harsh for you. So if you want, smooth journey, if you want a manageable journey, if you want to have a peaceful, blissful, at least a normal ascension, not the traumatic ascension, you have to flow with your own inner Shakti, your own Divine Mother, who is your own Kundalini. So this was all about system overload, and don't let your nervous system get overloaded with things which are unnecessary for you. Your soul will decide what is necessary, how much you have to take and how much you cannot take. So listen to your soul, listen to your heart's whisper, and work accordingly. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha. Sri Matre Namaha.